Hi, Lisa. This is Chris. Thank you for making contact. And I found your problem on your pinion gear that you're having difficulty with, and it's really a simple problem. So let me show you how to fix that. So first of all, let's just go to the front sketch, and we're going to right-click on that. We're going to go ahead and make edits to that. So if we right-click on that, go to Edit Sketch. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this a little bit. And when I did the same thing you did. I changed some of the values in our equations, and I got it to error too. And yes, when we took that tangent relationship here and got rid of that. I still didn't get rid of the error. And the reason is because of this diameter over here, the space diameter. This is a very specific dimension put in here. It's not driven by these equations. As you can see up here where we have that summation sign up here, it's just like always going to be 0.7048. What we need to do is we need to make that dimension driven. And so it's driven by the other geometry that's in the model. We don't want a specific dimension in here because when this thing gets really big, we add, we make that gear from, the size of a dime to something that's about the size of a, not quite a hubcap, but something a lot bigger. This is always going to be 0.7048, so it's always going to be small. It's going to throw the whole thing off. So, the way you do this is you right-click on that. We're going to make that a driven dimension, and gosh, I'm sorry, this happens a lot because it's a small screen, but it's like the third item down here. It says it should be driven. Let me see if I can get this a little bit higher on this in the sky up here. Okay, there it is. So you want to make that driven. So what that does is it grays it out in the background, and you notice that we still have some blue items in here, which means it's not fully defined. Like the circle, which is the base diameter, has the ability to move around a little bit. I don't want to move it a whole lot because it'll probably go in. What you need to do to make these fully defined is to grab an endpoint and move it around and see what you got. And one thing that's apparent with the pressure angle here is you do not have this line being horizontal. This needs to be horizontal in order to get the proper pressure angle on that. So if we take that line, right click, we're going to make that horizontal, put a horizontal relationship in here. Now you notice that everything is fully defined. And even you can confirm that by going over here to your front sketch in your Feature Manager design tree and actually see that. Now that we have that, now we can go into our equations and change some of these equations to what they should be. So if we right click on the equations, go to Manage Equations, that's shown in the video. We have a value of 2.9375. We're going to put that in there. Click over here, as I mentioned. Our diametral pitch, according to my Excel spreadsheet that I'm using, the diametral pitch is going to be 4. So we're going to change from 32 to 4. And remember, that's just a comparison, so you can actually create a gear pair between the pinion gear and the wheel gear, or the gear wheel. And then the number of teeth on the pinion gear is going to be 16. If we do that, and then it goes to error, but that's okay. I mean, that's the error that we want to do. That's the error that we want to see, because we're going to go back up here and take that tangent relationship. We're going to delete that and then redefine it. Make sure you click on the right tangent relationship. It's going to be this yellow one down here at the base. So click on that, delete that. Now the thing gets really big. I have to scoot out and take a look at it. It's not fully defined, but we can take that line and get it kind of close. And then we're going to reestablish that tangent relationship by clicking on those two lines with the Control key depressed, the arc on top and the line on the bottom. Establish a tangency there. Now everything's black and fully defined. Has a minus sign in the front sketch, but I think if we just rebuild that, it'll go back to not having that minus sign. And then from here you can go ahead and add whatever additional elements you need to in order to finish this tutorial. So hope that helps. If you have any further difficulty, make contact, and we'll talk to you then.